Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see on my channel and become part of this beautiful, wonderful family that we are growing each day. Thank you so much to every single one of yous. I'd like to mention that I do have a private crochet group. If you're interested to be part of this beautiful journey with us, one big family, you're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile. I also have a crochet page that you can follow, Instagram and TikTok. You could always get a hold of me through the messages through there if you need help with any type of, pattern that you're stuck with. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Sometimes if I'm a little bit delayed on answering you, it's because we are in a different time zone. I'm in Europe. Most of you are in the US or India or Mexico. So don't worry, I do reply back to everyone's questions and comments. So most cases I use 2.75 hook for my patterns, 3.5, depending on the pattern I'm creating, a small one for tucking in loose ends and a pair of scissors. Thank you to every single one of you for your suggestions, your opinions, and your kindness of your words, which is extremely important to keep us going and give us the courage that, we are loved and cared for. And that's extremely important to any people that, in general in the world, not just creators, but of course, it really does help us with the creation and putting it out there to everybody. I'd also would like you to please give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. It's the only way that we can keep circulating the video around the world. YouTube recognizes when there's many likes, and of course subscriptions, which is free. It costs nothing to hit that subscribe button and be part of this journey. So thank you so much again. Be careful in the crochet groups. There's a lot of fake scammers that steal your identity by you clicking on those links. They steal people's pictures and pin it up to pass it as their own. They put links with cut and bit. Do not open those links. They're scammers. They will go through your phone or your computer and grab all your information, steal everything from you. So stay away from that. You should just report them in as spam, and they get deleted automatically either through Facebook or through the groups. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much again. Okay, everyone. So we're going to create a table runner. I have created the principal one, which is for a long table or a long counter, and I'm going to do the tutorial on the smaller one using 2-piece only, like this. And if you want it long, then you keep creating this small eye shape, as many as you want for the length. On my big one that I did, I used 4, okay, which I'll be using the multicolored blue. This is number 12. These are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread, similar to Aunt Lydia, a little bit thinner. The royal blue, I'll be using the green. And the off-white. Okay, so I'll show you, some of you that follow me have seen similar eye shapes. This one is a little bit different. The stitch is different. The shape is the same. It's the stitch that is completely different. So this is my runner, and I used 4 of those motives. So you will have to, the best way is to get your middle piece motive done, like this one here. So I used 4 of these because then the rest is all attached as we're going and attaching them together. Okay, so this time I'm going to use only 2 for the smaller doily. Okay, and I've used 4, like I said, on this big one. It could be for a counter, it could be for a desk, it could be for anything, for the table. And I will have the measurements at the end of this big one. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today, is create the size shape runner, starting with the granny square on the center. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you, everyone. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And to start the granny square, I'm going to start with the multicolored blue and then come in with the green. So I'll have 2 rows of the multicolored blue for the granny square, and then 1 row of the green, and then 5 rows of this off-white. Now, if you want to go bigger, you can just keep increasing from here on for the length, the wideness that you would like. I have 5 of the white, and then we do, try to get this straight here. So I have 5 rows of the white, and then 1 blue, and then white and blue. But you can go bigger on the off-white, and then you can use whatever colors you're using. 1 row of whatever color, and then the off-white, and then the blue and off-white, and then finish off with your green or whatever color you prefer. You could have all in one color if you'd like. Okay, so the best is to get this done. That's the tutorial I'm going to do now. And cut your thread, put it aside, and then do another one, as many as you want. Let's say if you're making, in my case, I'm making a set. So I'm going to make 4 of these. That's because I'm going to touch 2. So it's 2 doilies of the same size as this one with 2 patterns like this. Okay, that one has 4. You can do of 3, you can do of 6. It's up to you. Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do is the magic circle. In case you can't do the magic circle, do a 5 chain. I'm going to secure it with 1 chain. And I'm going to do 2 more. So I have 3 chains. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to build my 4 corners of 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and then again 3 double crochet. I'm going to do this 4 times. So I'll have 4 groups of 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. Now, I don't know if I might have to split my video into 2 because my other phone broke and I'm back with an older phone, so my memory is just finished. So I might have to do 2 videos until I can get my phone fixed. And oops, and I forgot to do my 2 chain, didn't I? So 2 chain space. So I have my 4 corners, which is the 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do the walk, I call it the walk, to the 2 chain space with a single. That's my first double crochet, and I'm going to continue to create those 3 double crochets inside of the same space on the 2 chain. 2 chain space and 3 more double crochet. So I'm getting my corners prepared here. 1 chain space. If your tension's too tight, you can do a 2 chain space. I got thread wrapped around me. How nice. And create again my second corner with 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. So we're going to do the 4 corners like this. Again, then I'm cutting my thread and I'm coming in with the green. Okay, so continue to do your 4 corners. 1 chain space here, close it on the second chain from that single and 2 chain we went up. Cut your thread and we're coming in with the green. For the newcomers, beginners, if you're doing the magic circle, this is how you would hide the middle string through the stitches down here. Have it nice and secure, go around at least a few times on the beginning here so it doesn't become a part. And you have the perfect finish. And then you cut the excess thread off, pull it all together. So we have the little square built here. Now I'm going to come in with the green, which is lime green. So I've done my slip stitch knot. I'm going to come in the corner and create the same thing. Single. Try to hide my thread as I go, makes it easier and 2 chain. I'm going to create those 3 double crochets again. These corners will always stay the same on both sides here. Here will be different because we need to add the round like this one here. So we'll have one corner when we come with the white, as far as the green will be the same. Shell of 3 double crochet, and then 1 chain, 3 double crochet, and then the corners again. But on the white one, we'll have 6 double crochets, 2 together, 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 double crochets, 1 chain. Okay, but we'll get there when we get there. So 2 chain space, come back in, create your 3 double crochet, trying to hide the leftover thread, 1 chain space, and 3 double crochet on the next chain space here, like that, 1 chain, and create your second corner. So it's just a repeat now. We must do this all the way around. Then I'm cutting my thread and I'm coming in with the off-white. Okay, so shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 double crochet, 1 chain space, 3 double crochet, 1 chain space, your shell again, 2 chain in between them. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so now I'm coming in with the off-white. I'm going to do a single. This is how I start my first double crochet. Try to hide my thread as I go, and 2 chains. So I have my first double crochet here. I'm going to make the normal shell of 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. One chain space. If your tension is too tight, you can do a 2 chain space. So I'm creating 3 double crochet. My scissors even giving up on me. Can you believe that? 1 chain, coming into the next 2 chain space, and create again 3 double crochets. Now on this shell here, this is where, so this shell and this shell is the same, and this one here will be the same as this one. This is the oval shape here. So I'm going to come in and do 2 double crochets, 1 chain, create another 2 groups of 2 double crochets. So we'll have a total of 6 double crochets, 1 chain space between them, and now I have my 6. 2 double crochet, 1 chain space, 2 double crochet, 1 chain space, and I'll have exactly the same thing on the other side. This is how we do the eye shape on this one, and then continue again with the 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and again. So we know that this one here has to be the normal shell. 1 chain, and we're going to do exactly as we did the first one. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. So we know that the next corner will be exactly like this one here. So now we're going to create the 2 groups like we have here, 1 chain space between them, and 6 double crochets. That means 2 double crochet, 1 chain, 2 double crochet, 1 chain. That's what we're going to do here. And then the 2 groups again on here, and then we're going to close it here. But I'll meet you there as soon as I get to the end. Okay, so I've done my 6 double crochets here, exactly like we have on this side there. A piece of hair on my thread. And 1 chain space. So I'm closing it in on my second chain from where I went up with the single and 2 chains. I'm going to do the walk, I call it the walk, with a slip stitch to the center of my shell. These shells will always stay the same. That means the normal shells will stay the same until the end, and these two here will stay the same until the end. So I came in, single, 2 chains. So we're creating that normal shell. I'm not going to keep recording all the way around, just doing this shell and this one, because the other ones are just a repeat. So 2 chain space and create 3 more double crochet. 1 chain coming in. We're creating the 3 groups, the group of 3 double crochet and 1 chain space. I'm coming into the second one. It's going to change a bit here. So we're going to do the 3 double crochets, okay, 1 chain, and on this row I'm coming in only with 1 double crochet on my last double crochet. 1 chain, coming into the first double crochet with double crochet. On my second double crochet, I'm doing the increase of 2 together, and we must do the same thing all the way around the same way. 1 chain space, coming into the first double crochet, 1 double crochet on the second. We're doing 2 together. 1 chain, and again. So the increases are here where we have the round edge, and 2 on the last one. So we started with 2 double crochet, now we have 3. The next row will have 4. We'll always have a row with 3 double crochet, next row with a 1. So that means the next row we're having 3 double crochet, 2 inside of here and 1 on top, but I'll show you there. Okay, so now we must do the same thing here. Come in the first double crochet with 1 double crochet, exactly how we did here. 1 chain, and now do your group of 3 double crochet. 1 chain, and do your normal. Where we have the normal shells, we're always doing groups here the same way. Only difference is here at the beginning and at the end on the edges, on the round edge. 1 chain, and create your normal double crochet. Your normal shell, I should say, not your normal double crochet. Your normal shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. 1 chain space. Come in, create exactly the same thing, your 3 double crochets. We're doing 5 rows of these. 1 chain space of this color. So I'm on my second row of this color. Now, remember what we did here on this one. We did 1 double crochet, 1 chain, coming in the first one, doing 1 double crochet. On my second double crochet, we're doing 2 together. So our increases are always at the round spot here on both sides. On the second double crochet, 2 double crochet on the same stitch. One chain, and again 1 double crochet on the second one, 2 together, 1 chain, and now we're just going to complete the little boxes here that we did. Normal. Well, actually we have to do that 1 double crochet there, 1 chain, and do the 3 double crochet groups. I'll show you on the other one so you don't get confused. It's very simple. One chain and close it on the 3rd double crochet. So now we're going to do the walk again into the center and create your normal group, your normal shell of the 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. So I'm on my 3rd row of the off-white. Okay, so I'll show you here so you can understand. So the shells will always stay the same, even with the other color. These will always have an increase. We're always going to have a row of group and next row 1 double crochet, group, next row 1 double crochet, group. Coming in with the next color, I will have 1 double crochet. Only here on both sides of the increase. Okay, same thing here, group, 1 double crochet, group, 1 double. As far as here, it's always groups on here and on this side too, always groups. So I think that makes more sense to you guys. The increase is only on here on the last double crochet, and always 1 row of group of 3 double crochet, 1 double crochet on top of the last one, and of course here would be the first one. Okay, so we're just going to continue to do the same thing. So now we know that we have done 1 group, 1 double crochet. So we know we're going to have a group here. And now having the group there, that means we're going to do 2 double crochets inside and 1 on top of that double crochet. Always the same way, 2 double crochets inside and 1 on top. So we can complete our group. Okay, so I will meet you here just to make sure. So I'm just going to do my groups here so it doesn't take too much memory. Okay, so I've done my 2 groups of 3 double crochet, 1 chain space, done my 1 chain. I'm coming in doing those 2 double crochets and on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So now I have my 3 groups. 1 chain coming in the first double crochet on my second double crochet, and on my last the increase of 2 together. 1 chain space, first double crochet, 1 double crochet, my second double crochet with double crochet, and on my last one, which is the third one, I'm doing 2 together, 1 chain space between them. Getting here, we're doing double crochet on top of double crochet and 2 inside of the space, but I'll meet you there. So I've done my 1 chain, I'm doing my double crochet, 2 inside of the space here to complete my 3 double crochet, exactly like this side. So I'll have my 3 groups on this side and then my normal shell, and then here on this corner we have to do exactly the same thing. Do the double crochet on top of, or actually 2 inside of here and 1 on top. This always stays open square, as you can see here. So it's always done in the inside and not the outside. We always have those little square spaces here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, I pretty much finished my rounds. I have 1, 2, 3 groups, 1, 2, 3 groups, 1, 2, 3 groups, and like I said, 1 row will be group, 1 double crochet, group, next row is 1 double crochet. So I'm going to come in again into the center, create my normal shell, going into row 4, single 2 chain. This is how I create my first double crochet, 2 chain space, and 3 more double crochets. So I have my normal shell, 1 chain. I'm going to create my groups, and I'll meet you right here. We know this row is going to be only 1 double crochet, so it's not hard to follow if you pay attention on the rows. So I have 3 groups. I'm doing 1 chain, and I'm coming on top of the last double crochet, which is lined up with the bottom one, 1 chain space, and doing the increase on the last double crochet, 3, and on my 4th one I'm adding 2 together. So we have 2, 4, and 5. 1 chain, and proceed again the same way. 2, 3, on my last one 4, and on the same space my 5th double crochet. Then of course here we're going to have only 1 double crochet, exactly how we did here. Then continue with the groups, your normal shell, and it's just as simple as that. Of course you have to pay attention because mistakes can be done very easily. 1 chain and do your double crochet alone. 1 chain, go into the space, create your group of 3 double crochet. So now it's just a repeat. Exactly what we've done here, we must do also here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my row 1, 2, 3, 4, going into my last row on the off-white. So we know that this row we're going to have the group exactly how we have here. Everything else is pretty much stays the same. So we'll have the group here, 2 inside, 1 on top, 1 on top, 2 inside. Everything else is just little blocks. So closed in with slip stitch, coming in, doing my single, my 2 chain, and my 2 more double crochet, doing my normal shell with 2 chain space, 1 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you here again. Okay, you guys, so I'm almost there. 1 chain coming in, that little space, doing my 2 double crochets and 1 on top. And obviously you'll have to do the same thing in here. That means you'll do 1 double crochet on top and 2 inside. Remember, these always stay free, these little boxes all the way up. Okay, and then once we finish this row, if you're changing thread, then I'm coming in with the royal blue right after this row. So everything else stays the same. So just complete yours and I'll meet you at the end. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups on this last one, and on here you should have, on the motif on the oval, you should have 6 double crochets. That's with the 2 at the end, your increase. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I've cut my thread. Now I have my 2. Now, if you wanted to go longer, all you had to do is just continue by there. Now, the rest is very simple. You go the whiteness you would like, because it's just going to be a repeat of all the rows we did. So it goes for the length you want. As you can see, the first one we have the group, 1 double crochet group, 1 double crochet group, 1 double crochet, even on the changed color. Only the last one, of course, I have different group. Instead of 3, I have 2 double crochet, 3 chain picot, and then 2 double crochet directly into the next space. But we'll get there when we get there. I'm just going to come in now with the royal blue. I've done the slip stitch knot, and I'm going to start where my shell is. My normal shell, that is. And I'm going to do, remember, it's just a repeat. I'm going to do my 3 double crochets, my 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. One chain. So I'm going to complete my little 3 double crochet groups until the next edge. Not even until we get to the next normal shell. So here is going to be the same thing as we've been doing. Create your groups and then your 1 double crochet. Then we're going to do the attachment to the other pattern on the next normal shell. So we're doing the 3 groups here. one chain, and of course we have a group, so we know we need to do one double crochet, right? Because it keeps following the same way. And then our increase at the end on the last double crochet, we're doing 2 together. So that means on this row 6 you should have 7 double crochets. We're adding 2 here on the same stitch at the end, one chain. Okay, so now it's just a repeat. Don't forget, you need to do only, you have to do the one double crochet on this one here. I'll meet you here at the edge on the next normal shell. Okay, you guys, I pretty much done the same way as we've been doing the white on the blue. Nothing changed, just a repeat on every row the same way. I'm going to do my one chain, and I'm only going to do 3 double crochets inside of my normal shell here. We're going to attach to the other pattern. Okay, so the right side is faced up. You're pretty much just continuing from here, and you do 3 double crochets, one chain. We'll complete it when we come back to it, and then continue with your groups as we've been doing. So basically when we come back, we're completing it here and then continuing on, okay? So let's just continue to do our row the same way as we've been doing. Don't forget we have that one double crochet that we must follow here, the increase, and then normal shell. Unless you are adding another piece to it, then you do only 3 and go jump exactly as we did here. And this is how you keep adding the patterns together. Okay, so I'll meet you when we get here. You guys, so I've reached the end. I've done pretty much all the way around. As you can see, the same way as we've been doing the increase, the groups on both sides, one double crochet and one double crochet here, and then on this side. Now I've reached here, and I'm about to reach where the normal shell at the corner is. So I'm going to do my one chain, coming in to complete my shell, doing 3 double crochet, coming into the next pattern where we have the last double. I'm going to close it up here with a single and complete my 3 double crochets on this side for that shell also. So very simple, nothing to it. One chain, and proceed again with your normal row, right? So do your group, your one chain, then when you get here you must do your one double crochet, your increase, and the same thing here, your one double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Make sure that your pattern is not twisted when you're adding on, okay? Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished doing all the way around, as you can see, and I've cut my thread. I'm coming in now with the off-white, starting at this end on my shell. So it will be a repeat row again, of course, with the increase of on the last double crochet. Now we know this row we have 1 double crochet. That means we're going to do 1 on top and 2 inside. We're going to have that group. So it's just a repeat. There's nothing to, the only thing that's going to change is going from one pattern to the other on the center here. That's the only thing that's going to change now. Okay, so continue to do your normal shell with your 3 double crochet, your 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. Trying to hide this little thread. And I'll meet you there in between getting to the other pattern. So I'll show you how we're going from one pattern to the other. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I've reached the last one here, which I'm going to do my 3 double crochets. I'm going to do 1 chain space, and I'm coming directly into the next pattern. Now, if your stitch, your tension is loose, don't do any chain space, just go directly. Okay, so you can do, if your tension is too loose, you can do a 1 chain space. No chain space. If your tension is too tight, you can do a 1 chain space. Okay, so that's the only thing here on this. So from here on, until we finish the size we want of the pattern, we're going to have it this way, which I'll show you here on this one. So there's no mistake. So basically, it's only jumping from here to here, either 1 chain space or no chain space. So we are on the off-white, which is this one. Then we have a row of blue and off-white again. So that means altogether we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. If you want to go bigger, then you'd continue with mixing your colors and go bigger. Okay, I'm going to do 4 rows. It continues the same way. This last row, I'm not going to do the increase on my last double crochet, okay? I did on here, it was a mistake I've done. I wasn't going to take it down. I left it as it was, but I had to jump an extra stitch. So on my last row, there is no increase. Just do 1 double crochet on your 4th row here, finishing up, which should finish with the group. Always, even if you're going bigger, you must finish with the group and not 1 double crochet, or else you won't have the right amount to close in your pattern. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine. Again, I'll meet you on this side just to make sure, again, one more time, that you don't get mistaken on doing jumping from one side to the other. Everything else is 1 chain space as usual. So we're just repeating the pattern as we've been doing, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, just make sure that you always have these groups here and one row double crochet. Then the groups, 1 row double crochet, group, 1 row double crochet, okay? But I'll meet you here again on this side to make sure that you don't get mistaken. Okay, everyone, so I've reached this side, and again, I'm going to repeat the same thing. I've done my 3 double crochets, coming directly in, or do 1 chain, and complete the 3 double crochets on this side here. And it's always going to be like that all the way to the end of the pattern. So I have 2 more rows of these to do, and then I'm closing out the pattern. But I'll come back to you on my 4th row, so you don't forget, we do not do the increase on that round corner, okay? So we're going to do the 2 inside of the space here and 1 on top of the double crochet. 1 chain, and then continue on with your increase. So when we come on the next row, we do the 3 double crochets here and go directly into the other pattern and do the 3 double crochets exactly as we did here. I'm going to complete this row, the next row, and I'll come back to you on my 4th row, okay, of this, of course, of the blue. 1, 2, and then blue, and then off-white. Okay, you guys, so I am on the last row here. So if we count from the blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're supposed to finish with the group on your 4th row. Now, unless you want to go bigger, then you can continue on from there. It's just keep repeating the rows as is. So on this row here, I'm not doing the increase at the end. So 1 per space. And we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 double crochets. I am not doing increase, so 1 chain, and again into the next space and continue to do 1 per stitch. So we have 9 double crochets, okay? So we're just repeating the row here, except no increase, okay? And of course, getting onto here will be exactly the same thing. We're just closing in the same way as we've been doing. So 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows. 1 row, 2 rows, and then the third row to close it off, okay? So I'll meet you at the end of my pattern. No increase, remember that, and we're supposed to finish with the group where we have that 1 double crochet, okay, and 1 chain space between them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups now this time. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Just want to remind you so you don't get confused. So we have 6 groups on this side, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups on this side, okay, and directly into the next pattern, just so you don't get confused thinking that it's 6 all around, but it's not, okay? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is part of the motive here, so don't get confused. And 9 double crochets on your motive edge here of the round shape of the eye. 1 chain, and continue on the same way as we've been doing. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into the last row, coming in with the green, doing the normal shell here at the edge only. Everywhere else will be 2 double crochet and not 3. Okay, so only at the normal shell. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in, picot. Again, 3 double crochets, only at both edge here and on the other side of the other pattern. Okay, coming into the next space, I'm doing only 2 double crochet, 3 chain, picot, and 2 more double crochet. So these shells on my sides are of 2 double crochet only and not 3. 1, 2, 3 chain, single, and close this picot, and then again 2 double crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna meet you here on the last one here, and then I'll show you what we're doing next. Okay, so I'm going to come in on my little square here, doing my little shell of 2 double crochet, my 3 chain picot, and I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. I'm coming in between and doing my shell. Oops. And then again, skip 1, 2, 3 in between and doing my shell. Skip these 3, come in the center, and doing my shell. So very simple. And again, skip 1, 2, 3 in between the 3rd and the 4th, and do your shell. Okay, and then I'll meet you here so I can tell you what we're doing next. So I'm just in between both patterns. So on this last one here, I'm doing 3 double crochet, exactly how we've been doing here, going directly into the next space and doing the 3 double crochet also. Okay, and then into the next one, I'll show you in a second. Continue to do your shells of the 2 double crochet, your 3 chain. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Try to show you better this way. And this is it. This is the only thing you have to do, and just keep going all the way around until you finish your pattern. On this side, you must do the same thing. 3 double crochet, go directly, and 3 double crochet on the other pattern. And that's pretty much it. I will leave the measurements to the 2 motifs and the 4 motifs, okay? And like I said, you can increase by going bigger. Just make sure that when you do, you finish off with the groups and not 1 double crochet, or you're going to be in trouble to have it. And on your last one, make sure you don't, on here, sorry, make sure your last row, you don't do the increase, okay? You do 1 inside of the motif here where we have the 9 double crochets, okay? So thank you so much, everybody. I hope you liked this tutorial, and let me know what you think. Make this as sets. This is perfect for the women that are selling these sets. It's just perfect for them. You can do 1 only, make it 1 small doily. The same way, 1, and then with 2, with 3, with 4, with how many patterns you would like, and just keep adding like we did to this one at the edge here. Okay, so thank you, everyone, and I will see you in the next tutorial. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It does help the channel tremendously. And thank you for the women that came through, helping the women in need of thread. If you find it in your heart, for the ones that haven't yet, please do so. You could either donate through the thanks below the video. There's a little bag that's through YouTube itself. They take 30% off, or through my PayPal account that's inside the description box below the video. And I will see you in the next tutorial. God bless. Take care. I send you much love, much hugs to every single one of you. God bless. Bye-bye.